PSG 2, Arsenal 1, 3-1 on aggregate. And there's a lot to unpack on this, I think. But first of all, this game here is officially now another trophyless season. And it's become so normalised now. It actually hurts how normalised this is. But we've got to say it as it is now. We've got to say this as it is. The reality is PSG, they deserve to go through. Arsenal, we could have gone through. But we just don't know how to attack anymore. When we create decent chances, there's always that little thing that always goes wrong. And that's not necessarily our fault. But more often than not, we have to criticise this team as a whole now. Whole season, it's been nothing but backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. It's not good enough. It's not attractive football. It's not interesting. And granted, we weren't really like that today. Any other day, we could have won. But PSG, they just proved to be the better team. They proved to be the team that found the back of the net, even when they didn't have to. And that's the difference between winners and where we are now. And that, moreover than that, that is why we need someone up that side now. We need another striker. We've been missing a striker for a while now. Ever since Aubameyang and Lacazette, we've not had a proper striker. But I feel like we've been a bit arrogant about that, really. We've been a bit too stubborn. Let's look at this, right? When you look at who we replaced Aubameyang and Lacazette by, it was Jesus and Kai Havertz, neither of which are a natural 9. We need a natural 9 now more than ever. And the thing is, all these jokes that I hear about Arsenal being Netflix FC, well, next season, always next season, they're right. They're 100% correct. Because this is what it's feeling like now. We should have solved this season. We should have done the job this season, and we didn't. And that's entirely on us. You can blame referees, and yes, referees have done poor decisions by us. You can blame injuries, and yes, we have had injuries, some very serious ones. But the reality is we didn't have answers. We didn't have answers. This team doesn't look like they have a plan B. We've been playing very boring football, not playing direct enough and not getting goals as a result. We haven't got that person up front that will guarantee you 25, 30 goals a season. And you can see, yet again, it has cost us. And I'll go into player ratings in a minute, but honestly, so much happened in that I might not even be able to give a fully accurate player ratings now. This was literally moments, minutes after the game was played. But I can say that for the first 15, 20 minutes or so, we were definitely a dominant side. We looked like we could have gone 3-1 up on aggregate. But after that, there's just a few things that I needed to criticise. Let me get the teams up now. One sec. Well, we'll start off in goal. David Raya. And look, David Raya, he couldn't do anything about that first goal. And that second goal as well, very cleanly taken. I can't complain about David Raya too much here. I feel like on occasion he held the ball a bit too long. Other than that, I can't really think of much. I'll give him a 7, maybe. William Saliba, look, on occasion he let the ball go, but he did stick in those important positions. Without him, and without the rest of the defenders, we could have been a good 5-1 down, really, the amount of chances they got. Saliba, yes, he made a few errors that I kind of had to look at and think, what are you doing? But all in all, not horrible whatsoever. I'll give him a 7. Jakub Kiwior, he didn't do too much in that game. I don't think. But there were some occasions that I kind of sat there, thought he's doing quite well here. There's not much to really say about him. He found space. He did try to push us forward, but other than that, not much. I'll give him a 6, a 6.5, I'll say. Urian Timber. He did get absolutely done. Him and I think, was it Mourinho as well? No, wait, it was. Can't remember who it was, but Timber ended up getting subbed off for Ben White. And honestly, I would have played Ben White at the start, as I said in my prediction. But I can also understand Timber. He did try and keep their number 7, whose name I still can't pronounce, but I really do like him as a player. But he kept him relatively at bay. Relatively. I think he got caught a few times though. Other than that, not much to really say. Timber, I'll give him a 7. Lewis Skelly. That Lewis Skelly handball. I need to think about that one really. Because I'm hearing a lot of divide about that one. I don't know, was it going towards the goal is the big question to me. If it was going towards the goal, then yes, it's a penalty. And it looked like it was roughly going in that direction. It's too hard to say from the angle they were looking at. But look, they were definitely looking for it, but that's besides the point. As a defender, the whole job is to never give a referee that chance to look at that and say, decision goes against you. He's also been booked as well. I can't even remember when he got booked. That's the thing. But in general, he held the ball as he normally does. He holds the ball really well. But other than that, not much. I think I'll give him a 6. I don't think anyone played horribly, but still. Thomas Partey. And look, Thomas Partey, he went forward, definitely. He was winning the ball and definitely was a presence in that midfield. You could see how much we missed him in the first leg. And listen, I did notice a few times though he was getting caught on it. And when he gets caught on it, it typically puts us in a very bad position. I'll give Thomas Partey, I'll give him a 7, I think. Odegaard, first 20 or so minutes, I'm very impressed with him. And then it all kind of just fell apart. Look, that shot that he took on target in the first 20 or so minutes, that was definitely one of those chances that you're sitting here and thinking, how is that not a goal? That goalkeeper of theirs, he could stop the Titanic. Odegaard, I think captaincy wise, it looked like he was trying to command at least. He was at least trying to. Again though, I feel like he lost the ball a bit often. Not sure what rating to give him here. I think so much happened that I'm not going to remember all of it. 7? Rice. I'm giving Rice an 8, and he is my man of the match. With Declan Rice, it's like I say, he makes those progressive passes that we desperately need. He's always coming back and forth, and that tackle that he did, I think we were still 0-0 at that point, and that tackle that he did, when he ran all the way back from near enough the middle of the pitch, definitely a worthwhile tackle, honestly. And he does that quite a lot. He's a very hard-working person. He could have even had a goal, I think, but I think the only problem is that he didn't get it on target with that header. But again, that defender that was on him, he beat the defender. He realistically has to be finding the back of the net there. But regardless, I'm giving Declan Rice an 8. Mikel Mourinho, look, I'm going to be a bit harsh on Mikel Mourinho here because I thought when he was needed in that attacking position, he wasn't there. Bukayo Saka was putting in a lot of balls, a lot of cross-ins that if we had a proper defender, they would find it. Mikel Mourinho wasn't there. He's not a proper defender. He's a midfielder. But I do have to criticise him for not being there when he's been specifically playing there for a while now. And look, if he's just there, it's a goal. Mikel Mourinho, I'll give him a 6 just because of that. Bukayo Saka, interesting one. It's like I keep saying, his crossing was absolutely brilliant. It's just a shame there was no one there to pick it up. He gets caught on the ball a few times. But what I don't like about Saka is that he seems to slow down when he gets to that area. In that area, even if you're on your own, speed up, run somewhere. Don't stop. Because when you stop, that slows everything down. And the last thing you want to do is slow the game down. Especially when you're, 2-0 down? But no, Saka, I love him as a player, but sometimes I think he needs to stop being smart sometimes and just keep going forward. I think this is something the whole team needs to learn, but still. Saka, I'll give him a 7. Martinelli, he's always an interesting player to me. Attacking wise, he did recover quite a lot. Even when it looked like he lost the ball, he did seem to recover it. He took the ball, and I remember he at one point he tried to cross it, and it nearly went in for a perfect assist. But again, Saka just couldn't get to it. Actually, that's another thing with Saka though. He did miss that open goal. Regardless, Martinelli. Yeah, he genuinely, he's a hard-working player. Runs up and down the pitch. His defending, when he has to fall back into a defensive position, you cannot underestimate just how important that is. But realistically, we needed attack more than anything else. I can't think of much wrong that Martinelli actually did, though, if I'm being honest. I think Martinelli did quite well. I'll give him 7, I think. 7.5, maybe. Referee. Again, can't really think much about the referee because I'm too busy focusing on ourselves. What I will say is that the referee made some very interesting decisions. And that's me putting it lightly. But I don't want to blame him at all. I'll just say, I'm just going to be as impartial as I can and give the referee a 6. Just because I really don't even want to talk about him. It has nothing to do with anything but the team. It has nothing to do with the fact of anything other than we can't find the back of the net. Mikel Arteta. He played a strong side. I can't complain about anyone he played. The changes, they happened. Yeah, the changes. I think maybe Ben White could have come on a bit earlier. But other than that, fair enough changes. He didn't really get the tactic wrong, I don't think. He genuinely went for it. He told them, he got the team to play direct, and we did play directly. He got the team energetic. I can't really complain too much about Arteta. He gets an 8. But, again, I have to keep in mind, actually, that this is now the game that we've lost every single competition now. We haven't won a single trophy this season. Again, and today's confirmed it. I think just because of that, actually, I'm giving him a 7. But look, at the end of the day, this is another one of those seasons where, well, we'll come back better next season, and we better. We better come back next season. We've still got a few more games left. I'm trying to count now. I think we've got 3 or 4 games left. And these games just need to be played, get out of the way. I don't want to think about them, really. We'll have to come back next season. I need to check the fixtures. Yeah, we've only got 3 games left. And our last home game as well is coming up in less than 2 weeks. But regardless, we've dropped too many points this season. I'm not even confident of us finishing second anymore. And now we have to play Liverpool at Anfield on the 11th. Not a comfortable game to play. I think the only thing that might save us is the fact that Liverpool's already won the league. They might kind of just sit back and think it's not really worth committing too much to it now. Other than that, though, I'm not holding my breath for anything. But let me know what you think down below. Like, share, and comment, and please subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will be seeing you guys in the match preview against Liverpool. Goodbye.